Good, happy Monday evening, November 16, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday evening, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with COVID-19 updates. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 14,671 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 11,003,469 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 499 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 814 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 246,073 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And now let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Manchester, 316. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 2798. And now let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here, new cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalization. And red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases in New Hampshire in the purple, total current COVID-19 cases. And in orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, total hospitalization. Red, deaths. And blue, recovered. And let's take a look at this chart here, positive PCR test rate and daily PCR test. And let's take a look at this chart here, age group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. And let's take a look at this chart here, infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here, deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder of your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Manchester school leaders to discuss moving to full remote learning. Concerns increase over holiday spread of COVID-19. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Now is the time to explore our Chevy Cyber Sales event at Bentley Chevrolet. Buy a new 2020 Chevy Trax crossover SUV, just $17,973. Bentley Chevrolet, the neighborhood dealer who treats you like family.
Manchester school leaders will hold a special meeting tonight to discuss the possibility of going fully remote through the holidays. Several other districts in New Hampshire have already made that decision. The Queen City was one of the first communities to go back into the red zone for coronavirus cases. Many people are concerned that small holiday gatherings will fuel those numbers. Tonight's meeting starts at 7 o'clock.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Protesters greet dismantling of homeless encampment outside Manchester Court. Mayor says help needed from state. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Amy Cavino.
It's the official tractor of Tough Cab Month at Mahindra. Get great deals on all cab tractors.
The posters and demonstrators who arrived early Monday, both a plea and a show of support for those who have claimed the state-owned front lawn of the courthouse as home.
Being homeless is not a joke. So whoever's listening, we need help being homeless. I mean, it's getting cold. We need shelter. We need housing. We need help.
We have not heard anything from the state.
Mayor Joyce Craig is frustrated and worried. COVID has exacerbated the issue.
We have a number of encampments that have popped up throughout the city because many of the unsheltered individuals are not comfortable going into shelters at this time.
Lack of affordable housing, part of the equation. Winter is imminent, and tolerance for the ad hoc courthouse cul-de-sac is waning. The mayor is losing patience with the lack of state support. She asked to use the Armory as a temporary shelter and was declined.
Communication has been lacking. So, our office has not received communication from the governor's office.
Where to go? Depends on who you ask.
We're not going nowhere. Lock us up if it takes that.
The people here at the encampment were given a 10-day notice about this break it down deadline. This comes as temperatures plummet this week and the city's shelters are at or near capacity. The governor has said the state is working on finding accommodations. In Manchester, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Alligator taken from a Claremont home. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Don't be left in the dark when planning for the future of your business. Partner with the bank used by 50% of U.S.-based, venture-backed tech and life science companies. Silicon Valley Bank. Built for what's next.
Claremont woman is facing charges this noon of illegal possession after authorities say they took a possum and an alligator, this one right here, from her home. Fish and Game officers say they found both creatures during a search. The possum and alligator were both turned over to licensed facilities that have experience with that kind of wildlife care. You don't hear that every day.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and goodbye, everyone.